Fernando, I cannot tell you how good it is to see you, to talk to you. You're a real person.
feels great. Feels great to be back.
How crazy I know we've had these conversations on Zooms, but how crazy has the last year been for you, learning to adjust to bubbles, protocols, not being too close to teammates, getting COVID, doing everything via Zoom, just adjusting to life like we all are?
Yeah, it's been super crazy. It's been a super crazy experience. I feel like that's for everybody. But what can I say? We got to adapt, and at the end of the day, I think we did a good job.
What's the most fun thing you got to do this off season when the playoffs were over, the first time for the playoffs, you go home? What's the most fun that you got to have this off?
I'm a really big outdoor guy, so I just went out there. DR is a beautiful country, and I like going on the hikes. There's beautiful hikes out there, and I was mainly on doing that.
How much has your life changed in a bigger picture way since you signed that big contract? For you and for your family?
We're my family. I'm just happy my family is set up. They're already. I can just support my family all the way around, and that's the most important thing for me. So if my family is happy, I'm happy.
I'm not going to ask you anything extravagant, but was there any splurge item that you had to go ahead and do after you signed that contract?
I haven't got nothing crazy yet, but there's a couple things on the list.
There are times that you surprise even yourself. I mean, you're off to the start, you get injured, you change your swing, and it's like I don't know, it's like you get stronger when you get tested with adversity. Do you ever surprise yourself with what you're able to do?
I just like coming stronger, every time I fall, and it's just we just got to make that adjustment of something new. I didn't make up no excuse, and we make that adjustment and we put it in play.
And how much do you enjoy being under the spotlight and stepping up in big situations? You literally become the face of baseball, and you've more than delivered. How much do you thrive being in that moment and wanting to be that guy?
What can I say? It's a great thing, but it comes with a lot of responsibility. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity, and hopefully we can keep doing it for playing good baseball, so the fans can keep entertaining and keep supporting. And that's everything I have in mind right now.
You had a really cool moment with Francisco Lindor that met in that final game. What was that conversation like? Can you share what you guys said to each other?
Yeah, a lot of respect for that guy. Me and Lindor, we're from neighbor islands, Puerto Rico and DR. It's just a great mix all the way around. And we were talking a little bit about the game, hitting defense. I don't want to get into details on what we talked, but it was just a really great conversation, a small piece of advice from each other, and it's just a great bonding.
I think the simplest thing that I can say in this conversation is that San Diego, this city, has fallen in love with you in a way that I haven't seen with any athlete that I've covered since Tony Gwynn, and which is remarkable. When was a moment that you fell in love with San Diego and you knew this is going to be my home, this is where I want to be?
Since day one, since my debut, I'll call it that way. Since the first time they said my name, they received me with open arms, and I'll call it was love at first sight. But it's a great story, and I couldn't be any other perfect place.
Okay, now, do you have a friend or family coming to San Diego, and they say, Fernando, we only have one day. Where should we go to eat? What should we go eat? What do you tell them? Come on, let's go.
That's a big one. Oh my God, it's like how it is over here in San Diego, downtown. It's just there's so many great restaurants all the way around, and I tell them, you know what, I'm not gonna pick for you because that's gonna be your problem, because it's just amazing all the way around.
Are you a good cook? Have you learned to go ahead and do that, or do you have to have like your mom come out and she does the cooking for you?
I got my chef at home that cooks for me, and but my mom also comes home every time, and we just have a great time.
A week from now, you look around, I would imagine every seat in this place is going to be filled because you're going to have real opening day. How much have you missed what that's going to sound like? And the fans have been loud that they've been here, but just imagine what it's going to be like, especially when the Dodgers are here that series.
Yeah. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. They already sound like 40,000 people when there's like 15,000 over here. But when we get full capacity, it's gonna be it's gonna be lovely. That's the only thing I can say. But it's gonna be fun, and I can't wait. I can't wait for them to be back at filling out all those seats.
Last question I want to ask you, and I asked the same question to Joe Musgrove. There's so many different guys on this team that we have not yet met in person because of all the COVID and the protocols. What are some of the bigger personalities? Like, who's the fun guy? Who's the serious guy? Who's the happy guy? You might be all of those, but you can't answer you. Take me around that clubhouse and tell me about some of the personalities.
There's a lot of points from everywhere. You know, from Crony, from Mateo. You'll be surprised. Of what can you see in there and what their really personalities are. Yeah, definitely. That's one of those. He's one of a kind. I have so much respect for that guy. He's one of a kind. He's a hard worker. He's a great teammate too.